We start by cooling off in the rink. If you look around, you might have noticed the game of hockey has grown leaps and bounds here in Naperville. Maybe a friend you never thought would care about the Chicago Blackhawks suddenly does. Maybe another friend you never thought you'd see on the ice rink suddenly is donning a pair of ice skates at all seasons for the first time. Are the Hawks to blame for the sudden burst of popularity, or is there something else at work? Charlie Edward debunks the mystery.
The summer months of 2015 have felt more like an eternal spring. But the heat never leaves this ice rink lonely. And neither do the cloudy skies, even with their chronic threats of rain. No matter the condition, the parking lot remains full. Hockey in Illinois is booming. And it makes it easy to forget that there was once a time when the door was closed on this beautiful game. So what changed? Bennett Academy's dominance? No, that's not it. Or maybe Wabansie Valley's Blackhawk Cup? No, not that either. It's widely believed that a local team that can't stop putting pucks in nets and can't stop lifting this shiny trophy
Wow, that's a tremendous looking trophy.
is to blame. But behind all the celebration is a civil unrest between the fans who staked claim to this team before 3 Stanley Cups in 6 seasons,
Oh, Tebow! Jocelyn Tebow says no!
and the fans who only recently latched on to the team's success. The fanatics will tell you hockey in the city is a fad built upon the weak foundation of a fickle fan base, perhaps desperate for a winner.
This ball game is over.
Those closer to the game will tell you the game was a sleeping giant in this state, and all it needed was a tap on the shoulder.
Probably the only other time in the early 90s when the Hawks were pretty good, we had a little spike up, but definitely I think it's the Blackhawks resurgence, the general popularity.
It is, without question, rinks are fuller than they've ever been. If it truly was the Blackhawks that sparked the game, then their inspiration must be unprecedented, because the life of a youth hockey player in this state, or really anywhere, is nonstop.
I continue to see where we need more ice time. We have to run ice at other rinks just to accommodate all the people who want to play.
This is a summer skate with the Sabre Hockey Association, one of the largest youth hockey organizations, not just in Naperville, but in all of Illinois. And with blades on the ice, even in June, they're a team that's always putting the all-season Zamboni to work.
When we used to play, we took time off in the summer to recharge a little bit.
No longer is that the case. For a youth player in Naperville, the serious ones at least, who are now outweighed by the not-so-serious, finding people who are up to the task of learning how to skate isn't so hard. Not far off at the Rocket Ice Arena in Bolingbrook is a weekly program that runs through the summer. Learn to Play Hockey, run by Ray Lilja.
Nice.
A Level 5 USA hockey coach, and yes, Level 5 is pretty good.
Whoa, nice try.
A good place to start for the older fan looking to find his or her footing.
Yeah! Woo!
And like Coach Tom Clark said,
And a big part of the growth I'm seeing now is in the adult hockey programs. There's a lot of people who are interested in it, and the adult leagues are taking off.
considering he has his own Learn to Play program, Lilja might be an expert on this topic.
Yeah, that's the thing about it is we know that there's a lot of guys that get super interested because the Blackhawks did good this year, so they're all pumped up, fired up.
And even Lilja says the hype will die down as interest in the Blackhawks dies down, with the summer crawling further and further along. And yet, as you look out onto the ice, plenty remain. As Coach Tom Clark indicated, Learn to Play hockey sessions are overflowing.
I've been coming for about a year. It was this time last summer that I started coming. And I came here because Ray Lilja is actually my uncle. So he invited me out. I wanted to start playing hockey and I saw the opportunity and he had this class. So I decided I would try it out.
Matthew Frey is a converted football player who came partially because his Uncle Ray is the coach of this here camp, but also because
I know a lot of my friends started watching hockey after 2011 or 10 whenever they won, and so I mean I think they did a huge favor for all of Chicago in getting people to come out and start trying out hockey because they see them and they're so good on the ice, so it looks fun and people want to try it.
And after a few months on the ice, the verdict is
so far I've been loving it, way better than football.
What is this football yet you speak of? Anyway.
Funny thing is, what I also found in talking to some of the people at the camp is that hockey might be just as dangerous as football.
You already have arthritis?
Man. Thankfully, I did not have arthritis, which allowed me to comfortably take part in the program. There I was.
Look at that.
Amongst a group of people that had picked the game up rather quickly, still seemed to play with the same passion they had weeks before,
Next goal wins.
when the Blackhawks were making their playoff push.
And that's why I think our retention rate is pretty good, because we start off on a pretty simple elementary level. We work on our foundation first and go from there. So if we do it in a progressive manner, it takes away a lot of their fear.
Amazing, considering it is the only game where you must learn to walk again before you can play. Skating is no easy task, but then there are people who are much further along the ice trail. Remember this face? It's Sean Doogie. The last time we spoke to Aurora's top NHL prospect, he was just 14 years old and already committed to Ohio State. Now he's made the United States National Development Team.
So you just start with a phone call and then just keep in contact with the scouts there, or even the coaching staff. They come to games, tournaments, everything like that.
Patrick Kane once donned a pair of skates to play for these guys, and so did Brandon Saad. As a member of the U-17s, Doogie will showcase his talents alongside some of the nation's top prospects.
So a bunch of kids go to Buffalo in the summer for a camp where they attend and they watch, and then you get another one for the actual national team invite camp, and from there they take about 50 kids and then cut it down to 22.
In recent years, the team has housed some of the National Hockey League's top draft picks, including Seth Jones, Phil Kessel, and also Cam Fowler. With a history including 51 first-round picks, 58 second-round picks, and 246 total drafted, it's a safe bet that making this program means you're pretty good at hockey.
Yeah, it's for sure a confidence booster being able to make a team like this. I'm sure I could speak for everyone who's been through the program.
Perhaps the most exciting part is that as a United States Hockey League player, Sean will get to go head-to-head with his older brother, who is now a forward with the Green Bay Gamblers.
It'll be just a fun experience. Hopefully we get some ice time together so I could give him a little crap on the ice. Maybe ask him if he wants to fight, or who knows.
I challenged Sean and Jason to a 1-versus-1 free-for-all, pitting them against each other for a free preview.
I'll just let you guys fight each other off, and I'll take the puck. Thanks.
And with their personal rivalry in play, I reaped all the benefits.
It's embarrassing.
Despite my evil plan, their father must be so proud, especially with Sean making a major stride toward a professional career.
It's getting close, but he still has a lot of hard work to do, and college to look forward to, and I just want him to have fun and keep improving.
Finds goes a backdoor feed. Oh, what a stop by Darling on Ryan Ellis!
There's certainly plenty of work left to make it happen. Only 52 athletes born in Illinois have ever made it to the NHL, and not a single one from the Naperville area. A shocker for the 5th largest city in the state. However, as a member of the U-17s, Doogie isn't all that far away.
A lot of the guys that come out of that program make it that far all the way to the NHL, so it's just a big honor.
The path is not for the faint of heart. Yeah, Doogie is not far off, but the tallest mountain is left to climb. For the rest of Naperville, the only mountain left to climb is finding a way to not look like an idiot on this slippery surface. Reporting for the home stretch, I'm Charlie Enright.